Well, hello.
Hey, everybody. It's Talk for Dodge again this beautiful, I'm kidding, Thursday morning.
Cold and windy, snowing.
Yeah, Joyce and I were talking. This is the coldest 43 degrees I think I've been in a long time. Normally 43 degrees, you're like, you know what? I don't need a jacket, short sleeves, but it is just brutal cold out there with that wind and a little bit of snow. And how does it snow at 43 degrees?
I don't know, but I'm starting to think this is turning into a weather show.
We talk about it most weeks. We got to put that out there. I mean, it's what it is.
Well, you're probably wondering because we have a guest sitting in the middle of us. This is Pat Hickey.
How are you everybody.
Doing, Pat?
I'm good.
Good. We have Pat here because he's got a special announcement of a fundraiser that we have coming up.
Sure. We have the Marine Corps League Steak Fry. I don't know if you can see that. May 1st. Marine Corps League is a veterans group here in town that our big event every year is we do a steak fry. And this year we are going back to the way we've done it in the past. Last year was a drive-through, and we're going to sit down and cook you a steak.
What day is it?
May 1st is a Sunday.
Sunday, May 1st. What time?
We start at 4:30 till 7.
What? So I always ask this question because I don't like waiting in line. It's an Iowa thing. Nobody likes waiting in line.
Sure.
What is the best time to get there so our viewers know the best time to show up where there's not going to be a long line? I know it's not 4:30 because there's...
Nope, usually 4:30. Usually, if you go about an hour, there's kind of a lag, usually.
That 5:30 mark?
Yep.
You guys heard it here, 5:30
to 6. And if I'm wrong, that's how you meet people.
That's right. You can start asking Pat questions in the kitchen.
That's right. I'll be the one running around. Or maybe cooking a steak. Who knows?
Cooking a steak, making beans, whatever you got to do. So what else you get? So you get a steak?
You get a steak, a baked potato, sour cream and butter. We have green beans, the bacon green beans, and roll.
And it's not just a steak.
No, it's a good
It's
one.
a ribeye.
It's a 10-ounce ribeye.
Where do you get your steaks from?
We get them Fairway.
Fairway. Great meat at Fairway.
That's right. Russ helps us out, and the Luke at Sports Page helps us out with the rolls. So
perfect. And I'm sure Northern Lights has a little bit to do with that too.
Northern Lights helps us out and gets us our green beans and potatoes and
that's awesome.
The whole 9 yards. Yeah.
And what's it cost?
$15.
Really?
Oh my
Only
gosh.
$15 steak dinner you're gonna find.
Yeah, it is.
So I went and bought a 12-ounce ribeye the other night, and it was $16.
Yeah, I don't know how you're making money at $15. You should charge $20. So here's the deal: if you're coming, give them an extra $5 so they can actually cover their cost and make some money on this, because you can't make money at a $15 steak dinner. That's free.
We've been really trying. We've really tried to not break that $15.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the fundraiser. We really enjoy doing it, and for $15, we like to see the community and have them see us.
Yep.
You know.
And what does the profit go to? Because you had mentioned this to me.
So we do a scholarship for children of veterans, so they can apply. And
all my kids are out of college now, but your kids,
they're going to be going through.
What about grandkids? I got a 5-year-old granddaughter.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
It's pretty much opened up to. We like to try and have the parent be a veteran of some sort, if possible.
All right. So what do you have to do to be in the Marine Corps League? Because I'm a veteran, you're a veteran, but I don't think I can join.
So the Marine Corps League is Marines only. So any Marines out there, more than welcome to come to a meeting. We have our meetings at 18:30. That's 6:30.
6:30 for you, buddy.
Well, only the Marines know that. You don't need to tell anyone.
The veterans,
on the first Tuesday of every month. So,
Okay.
So I have a question.
You got the grid coordinates?
I do not.
This is a good question. You're going to like this one.
Okay.
So my Samantha, my little girl Samantha, we're watching the news, and they were talking about the war, and then they started talking about some Marines. And, something that was happening. And Samantha looked at me and she goes, "Dad, what is a Marine?" And I looked at her, and this is like a PG-17 show, so I can't say this out loud. I looked at her, and it's like I didn't know the proper term, like everything. I go, a Marine is a badass.
We'll go with that.
She goes, do we know any? I go, you know one really well, Pat Hickey. So what would you say a Marine is, maybe compared to some of the other?
And be nice, because there's one sitting next to you.
I know. So the difference is just the biggest difference is we're the smallest branch in the military.
Okay.
As far as, I mean, maybe Coast Guard. I don't know.
Yeah, Coast Guard's small. Marines are the ones that go in. I mean,
That's
they're the
right.
ones, if they that rapid deployment.
Are they kind of compared with Navy SEALs, or is that different?
No, we have our own special forces group as well, but we're meant to be small and mobile. That
my brother-in-law is Marine, former Marine, and he was in Somalia. He was in everything that happened. He was there because they can get there faster than everybody else.
Yeah, we ride around
because
with
they're
the Navy,
smaller.
so,
Yeah, they give you a ride.
Yeah.
Well, the last time I moved, I asked Pat if he'd come over and help, and he was my best mover. So sometimes you don't look that big, but you got it.
Oh, his heart's bigger than he is. I mean, just the stuff you do with the Marine Corps League and the other stuff you're involved in, just all around good guy. Yeah. No, so
appreciate it.
No, so yeah, the Marine Corps League steak fry. I will be out of town, but I'll still buy some tickets and give them to somebody.
Okay.
So, no, I think
that sounds awesome. I'm excited for it.
And if you can't find me, you can go to Papa Murphy's has some, the VFW has some, or any Marine Corps League member. So we're doing 400. So get them early.
Limited quantities.
That's right.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
good. Sell them out.
Yes.
And I do want to say I've been involved with this, as an outsider for years, because I worked with two guys over the years that were heavily involved with this. One of them's name was Roger Kruger. I worked with Roger at the prison for 12 years and very dear to my heart. I called him Uncle Raj. I mean, that's how well I knew him.
Roger's a great guy.
Just a wonderful guy. And then recently, Dave McCoy was also super involved with this. And unfortunately, we lost both of them here in the last couple of years. And I'm going to miss both of them dearly. I didn't talk to them near as much as I should have. But, when I did, we could just sit down and talk like it hadn't been 6 months since we talked. It was just like right there. And that leaves a huge gap in what the Marine Corps League and the Steak Fry is doing, because they were so heavily involved. So
sure.
I'd like to thank Pat as an outsider, somebody just recognizing him for stepping in and trying to fill that humongous void that those two guys left him, because and I don't know, just near and dear to my heart. And there is a Dave McCoy ride coming up. Did you see that?
Yes, it's the day before.
Right. It's Friday the 30th?
Saturday.
Saturday the 30th.
Saturday, because it is the day before.
Yep. I don't have a UTV, but I do have a Jeep with really big tires on it, so I'm going to drive that.
Sure.
And if it's nice, we'll take the top off and everything and make it look like we're cool.
It won't be if it's still April.
And I'm not cool. So two strikes against me right there.
Toughen you up a little bit. Take it off anyway.
Kevin Moore. Thanks, Kevin Moore. That just makes everybody feel better. Bullet catchers. What a nice guy.
Oh, yeah. That's great. That's great.
Oh, there's always we all have jokes for each other. I'm trying to be nice today. So other things going on in Fort Dodge. Heard any good news lately? Good stuff
is
going
it
on?
this month or next month is the honor flight?
Oh
Is
yeah,
there
that's
another
coming
honor
up.
flight?
Mm-hmm.
Which is also depending on our steak fry, how much we make on the steak fry depends on the scholarships we give, and we have given to the honor flight in the past, and just different veterans organizations. And
It's awesome.
Well, the Fort Dodge MLS this year is volunteering to help.
Oh, okay.
Just like be little gophers and
great.
direct people, and
Sure.
not a big, huge part of it, but just a little bit. Because my wife helped out last year. She went as a nurse.
Oh, nice.
And we don't have a military background, but she just thought that was the coolest thing that she has ever experienced.
I've heard it's really neat. I haven't been on. Obviously, I'm a little young. But...
Me too. We're about the same age.
She just said every single thing was planned, and every one of those veterans were just so happy.
Mhm.
And like everything they did from leaving the airport to coming back, like everything had a meaning.
Yeah.
And
And
it
they,
was so planned out.
they
and it
talked
was
about
just
these
perfect.
90-year-old guys that go on this, and they're like school kids the whole day. I mean, they'll be in their 90s, and they go from 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock to midnight with no stops. And I was talking to my brother-in-law, Tim, has helped a couple of times. So it's also a Marine.
Yes.
I said that twice now. He went on, he went on it. He goes, he just couldn't believe it. He's on that ride back, just exhausted, sitting in that seat. And those guys are just jabbering back and forth and going the whole time. So, I mean, it's a great thing to get these guys to, you know, the recognition they deserve. I mean,
Absolutely.
you're looking at, you know, World War II vets have got to go, Korea, Vietnam vets. So they're starting to work their way back. So everybody gets a chance to do this. So it is a really cool thing. And
Yeah.
just neat we get to do stuff like that for them.
And we're one of the few left too, from what I understand. I don't think there's not many honor flights around anymore.
They're not known as much as they were.
They're
Wow.
not. So it's a huge deal for these guys to set it up and get it done. So
No, that's awesome. I'm glad you're here. You want to do this every week? This was fun. You don't have to wear your hat next time.
I don't.
Awesome. Well, with that, we're about at our time limit already. That was
We are.
talk
So
about Pat the whole time.
so about Fort Dodge, we only have 28 active listings in Fort Dodge.
Pulled them up
boy.
this morning.
Wow.
So Pat, you bought your house 3 or
Crazy.
4 years ago. I bet you can make something on it now,
I bet I could.
but I don't know where we'd put you.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, and there's some okay ones on here. I mean, they're all sellable. They're all, you know, nice houses in their own way, whether
Our
you're looking
office
for
just
price
put
conscious.
2 houses up yesterday, one for $239,900 in the Cooper School area, and the other one $2,099 in the Cooper School neighborhood. 4 bedroom, 2 bath. It's a nice house, nice yard, nice everything for $2,099.
Day before we put one up at the stadium for 169, 2-story, great big home,
Yes.
huge yard, third of an acre.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the yard goes back forever. And then
Yeah.
there's like a cool little shed back there.
So yeah, there is stuff coming up. To put a little plug in for us, buying a house right now is harder than it's ever been. So if you want or looking for a house, buy or sell, whatever, get a hold of us, especially on the buyer side, because you're going to want to be pre-approved. You're going to want to know what you can and can't do. So make sure you give us a
We got to
call.
have you set and ready to go
Hell
so you
yeah.
don't miss out.
Like being in the starting kite, ready to run.
So, gosh, I can't remember what that post I put on last week was, but it said something like, if you find a house you like and your spouse doesn't like, just remember it's easier to find another spouse than it is a better house.
I did read that.
And it's not completely wrong right now. Joyce, I'm lucky I love you. Lucky you love me. So awesome. Well, everybody,
thanks, guys.
have a great
You're
week.
welcome. Thank you for joining us
Come
today.
great
weekend.
steak.
Yeah,
May
come get a
1st.
steak.
May 1st.